What is a scam not many people notice? That renting a modem from your ISP is a huge waste of money. They'll tell you, oh, you should rent one because tech is always changing and it might go out of date. When I moved out on my own 4 years ago, I bought a modem at Best Buy for $70. If I had been renting from the greedy ISPs this whole time, I would have close to $500 on rental fees. And while tech is always changing, a modem is not something that changes very much. So please, if you are renting one, go out and buy yourself a modem. The Verizon $1 scam. Verizon tacked on a $1 fee onto 8% of their customers' bills each month, so over the course of the year, they did it to every customer. About 150,000. Their rationale was 50% wouldn't notice and just pay the charge, or would notice and wouldn't spend any time fighting a $1 charge. 50% would notice the charge and call to have it removed. Of those, 35% would get frustrated while on the call and give up. This added approximately $120,000 to the bottom line each year. 3 total until caught. Once caught, they paid a $25,000 fine. Like, that makes no sense to me. It's like when politicians get caught stealing money. Oh, so you stole $100 million. Just give me like 25,000 and it's all good. They should pay just as much money as they steal, or else they'll just keep doing it. I mean, that becomes a legit business strategy. Okay, we scam America for $100 million. We'll get fined $1 million. So we make $99 million. Then we just do it again. It's forever money. Apostrophe. The ads on Facebook that say, "We are sorry to announce that we are closing our store." It's made to look like a page you might follow, but you've never heard of before, and that they might be suddenly offering huge deals. But it's like my dad always taught me, a lot of going out of business sales are really going out for business sales. I have gotten ads for the same hideous Ren Fair hippie stoner chick clothing store, under about half a dozen different names. They've all been going out of business since April. Facebook surveys. Something like, which frozen character are you, tricks users into giving out answers to common security questions. I'm sure a lot of those could get direct access to the user's account by just clicking on the link as well. The textbook industry. Biggest scam there is. Facts. As if school isn't expensive enough. Also, Pearson, textbook company, makes and sells tests at exorbitant prices. Think $100 for a multiple choice licensing test and you have to take 4. Ridiculous. When the value pack price is higher than the regular pack price, the trickier the grams to dollar conversion, the easier to trick people. Or the bottle says 33% more, but it isn't free, it's just a bigger package. When a hiring company say, "We work hard but play hard," it means everyone is overworked and an alcoholic. Mandatory happy hours. Printer ink. When I was using a home printer, I found it was cheaper to buy a new printer. When the boss says, "We're a family," we are family. Except I can disown you anytime I want, if it means me being better off. Because it now. F the worker's life, lol. So just like my real family. When someone is loitering at a gas station and gives you a sob story about needing money for gas. I got a sob story once. Usually I just say no. This guy was actually asking for gas, not money. Said he was heading somewhere and needed just a bit of gas. I told him to show me his gas gauge. Sure enough, he was on E. So I put $15 in his tank. He seemed thankful and drove off. He was either on the level or very serious in the details of his scam. Funerals. People often want to buy more expensive coffins to honor their loved ones, and in turn the company's selling them profit. My dad literally wanted an old pine box. He told my mom that constantly. When my parents were picking out a coffin for my grandmother, he gasped, there it is. The old pine box was in a corner, covered in cobwebs. My mom replied, "Patrick, your family will never forgive me if I put you in that." His family all found it hilarious. When he did pass, my mom got him something simple, but not a pine box. In Australia you should check the history of your car's VIN before purchase, which will detail any insurance work, thefts, crashes or financial encumbrance on the car. There's a number of sites and places which charge $20-30 and have purchased similar domains like Official One. They also go hard on Google advertising and site development, so they rank higher in searches, even if you know exactly what you're looking for, and look more genuine than the Gov site. The fastest, cheapest and most secure way is through the government site. It's about $3. The other sites do not give you extra information and are slower. They literally just order the Gov PPSR and repackage it. You can also check registration expiry free online. That shop with the closing down sale that's lasted years. They ain't never closing down. I knew a furniture store that did this. Their lease ended in 3 years and they were like FK it. So they had a 3-year closing sale, and just when people were really getting to this point, they actually closed. Long distance charges by the phone company. Roaming charges in general. Toilet paper rolls decreasing in width every year. Same cost but you get less paper. Shrinkflation. Every company does this. It's a tried and true method as it's mostly psychology. A person won't realize the product is slightly smaller. They will realize if the price goes from $9.99 to $10.99. Tuna is a great example. Take a look at old recipe books from before the 1980s and you'll see they assume a can of tuna is 5 ounces. You can't buy that size anymore because they are now 5 ounces. Even Tuna Helper had to change the recipe on the box to say either put in 1 or 2 cans depending on your preference. Reddit awards. Why can't we use our karma to get some? The wellness industry that promotes things like detox and other scams. There are many. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So much this. I had a friend say he was talking stuff to help cleanse him. And it was really expensive. I asked him what it was cleansing. He couldn't answer. He had no idea what was in it, or what it was supposed to do. I pointed out that his organs cleanse, kidneys, liver, and that this stuff is a scam, and didn't do anything. On top of that, it could potentially be harmful, since you have no idea what's in it. And a lot of that type of product isn't regulated. It's a crazy waste of money. Eat properly and you will be fine. Totally. If your kidneys and liver don't cleanse and detox you, go to a hospital. Casinos. Yes, I know. It's supposed to work that way. But it seems people really think after a while, you're gonna hit it big and it'll all even out. I've done it enough to know it's purely entertainment. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to pay for that adrenaline rush. People need to learn to look at it differently. You are not playing to win money. You are playing for the entertainment and the small chance to win money. I play for the free drinks with a chance to lose money. Way I look at it is, if I spend the same as going to bar at a casino, my odds of winning money at the bar are 0. Companies like Ticketmaster with their ridiculous service fees for online transactions. Oh, and then, when your concert is cancelled, they refuse to give you back your $250. FK StubHub. Amount of toothpaste. The amount in advertisements is misguiding. It's too much. Therefore more consumption, and in turn more sales. A pea-sized amount should do the job. I realized this with a bunch of other products too. Starting with face wash. It was like a eureka moment, honestly. I used a small pea-sized amount of face wash and still, my face was clean. Beware of pickpockets signs in touristy areas. It triggers an individual to reflexively check their pockets, allowing observant pickpockets to know where your wallet is. Similarly to this, in public transport, a pickpocket will often throw or place an empty wallet on the floor, then point it out and ask if anybody lost a wallet. You instinctively check your pocket to make sure it's there. A good pickpocket will memorize 8 to 10 people, their hand placement, go to work, and leave on the next stop with 4 or 5 more wallets more than they had when they got on. I work in a store. It's a small scam, but when people pretend not to have enough money at the checkouts, it's annoying. I don't mind helping out if you're legit short money, but I don't like being taken advantage of. Also, how stupid did this one lady think I was one day? She said she didn't have enough, but I could see more money in her other hand, which she suddenly found when I suggested putting something back instead. Back when I worked at a bookstore/cafe, the people who would hassle me the most about the price of something or coupons almost always paid with either an Amex Black Card, a $100 bill, or had a giant wad of cash in their wallet. Once had a guy who, just like with you, told me he didn't have enough money to buy some book and just stared at me. I told him too bad, in the nicest way I could, and he kept saying things like, damn man, I really wanted this book. There has to be a way I could get this. I didn't cave because I had no intention of losing my job for this random stranger. Finally he gives up and pulls this huge wad of 100s out of his pocket and pays. FK that guy. Life coaching. Not only is it a huge scam, but also a lot of life coaching schools are structured like cults. Similar to Scientology. Please beware. You trying to tell me the barely high school graduate, thrice divorced alcoholic who is upside down on her subprime mortgaged house isn't a good person to take any and all advice from? For some reason, when I turned 30, a bunch of friends suddenly decided to change careers and become life coaches. Let's just say they weren't my successful friends, or my moderately successful friends, or my unsuccessful but emotionally stable and happy friends. Paying full price for tuition for Zoom classes this fall. That old claw machines are designed to be rigged. Manufacturers not only can limit the grip strength of the claw, but manually adjust the dropping ability depending on the frequency of attempts. A good claw machine tempts the player with the possibility of a win, but the number of attempts to achieve that win/prize guarantees a profit for the owner. Freemium games, multi-level marketing, channel networks, cable TV, and carnival games. Freemium games. Gacha gaming is probably the worst thing that's come out of the video game industry. It should be purged. Most of the games are ST, and the ones that are not ST could be vastly improved by removing the gacha element, deliberately creating a problem, and then trying to sell you the solution.